because I want as many people to be on as possible. So hopefully, I know. Hi, Kayla. Thanks for being here. You guys are going to make me cry. I thought there was going to be like 3 people here. So we're already beating my expectations, which is amazing. So excited. Do it. Do it, Candace says. I will do it, but it's going to be just a minute. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Well, how can I see who's seen? How can I see who's... I don't know. I don't know if I can see who's here, but thanks for saying hi, because then I know that you're here. Hello. And it's weird just being the only one talking, but I guess I talk to myself all the time. So there's that. And I know I'm not the only one. I know other people talk to themselves too. I can't wait. Okay, so 2 more minutes. We'll wait 2 more minutes because I know other people are going to be joining and it's going to be fun. And then I have a poll for you guys. There are some things I can start talking about this. So if you got my email, hi Jen, thanks for coming in. If you got my emails, it said that launch day is March 7th. That's not facts. It's May 7th. So it's next month. It's in like 3 weeks where the pre-order will launch. And if you don't know, a pre-order is where, I know I'm working on it, Kayla. So a pre-order is where you order it, and then so everybody who orders now is helping to fund the print of the planners, so that I can actually get them printed because it's very expensive to do. And then you'll receive your planners, or sorry, your workbooks or your planners or all of the above if you choose to order all. You'll receive those by October, mid-October. So right before the holidays. So if you want to get Christmas gifts for anybody, and after you see them, I'm sure you're going to want to. I don't toot my horn often, but I will on this. Hi, Roonies. Roonies is joining our live. Here she is. Hi. Hi. I see you. Get down. You're being very rude. I'm trying to talk to my guests. So, yeah, everything will be delivered by mid-October. If everything goes according to plans, of course, I'll keep everybody updated on like the shipping, like when they're done printing, when they're shipping, where is that, and all of that stuff, because I'm sure you're going to want to know. So those will be the type of updates after launch and after printing starts and everything. But it's 5:05, so are you guys ready? Just get some comments going, like, let's do this, hallelujah, about freaking time. I feel like it's about time. So, drum roll. Here's the deal. This is what we're revealing today. There's 4 books. And yes, each book is going to come in a pretty little box. Is that backwards to you guys? This is monthly momentum. The monthly momentum. No, I think it's right? You guys can read that. So, yes, drum roll please. And so let's go through the first ones. And I'll talk about what will be different on the permanent ones, because obviously these are the samples, so that I can make sure everything turns out correctly and all of that stuff. So without further ado, there is a workbook, the yearly Reflection and Goal Setting Workbook, which is what I'm going to say for last to keep you guys hanging on. And it's worth it, so stay hanging on. I'll try not to make this too long. But then I have 12 monthly planners. Obviously, I don't have all 12 right now. We're just focusing on the first quarter, so I can give you guys a really good idea of what the planners are going to be about. Each planner is different. They all have the same structure, like the same bones to it, so that you have a consistent system that you can work off of. And I'll talk about that in a later video. We don't have to talk about it today. But then each month has special pages to go through, like, what's special about that month, what you should be focusing on that month for your goals, and then of course, like, there's a surprise that I'll tell you. Actually, you probably already know. They're coloring book planners. So this is the first one. This is January. Each one you're gonna get this cute little thank you, and then look at that. That's a little old me. Wait, over here. That's a little old me. Look at that cute little bean. She's just full of anticipation and adventure. It's just so cute. And if you didn't know, the first thing I ever wanted to be was a writer. So this is kind of like fulfilling my, if you go to my For You page on my website, you'll read a little bit more about that. So this is January. This is Dream and Design. And okay, here's what's going to be different about the permanent ones. These ones are brown. The permanent ones are not going to be brown. The permanent ones are going to be white because you're going to be able to color on it. But look at the quality of these. Look at that. And look at my nails because I got them done for you guys today. Ooh, pretty. And then ignore my dry ass Colorado hands. But super good quality of coils. January is Dream and Design. You'll be able to color the cover because it's like colorable. I know, it's awesome. It's hardcover. And then we'll go through, I'll do a full flip through another time, but I don't want to keep you guys for too long. So there's coloring pages throughout. Super cute. Hidden gem for everybody who's here. And if I post this, I'll try and take this little tidbit out so it's a surprise for everybody. But each planner has like a certain theme of a Disney character that's super subtle. It's not gonna, if somebody's not a Disney person, it's not gonna like keep them from coloring in it. But so there's lots of coloring pages. They're set throughout the months in strategic places to keep you coming back so that you can keep your dopamine levels high. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at that. Who doesn't want to color a hummingbird? Hummingbirds are my favorite. So that is January. January is Dream and Design, where you're focused on laying out your year. So if you don't get the workbook, you can still have January as a standalone to plan your year out, kind of. It's not super overwhelming. But if you do have the workbook, the planners in the workbook are meant to go hand in hand. So January, you can kind of transfer over what you already worked on in the workbook. And then, and if not, you could just do what you need to do in the January planner. Okay, that was one. That's not bad. That took me, what, like 3 minutes? I'm only talking 500 miles an hour, so no big deal. Okay, number 2, again, cute box. And it's like the corrugated box. That might upgrade year 2, year 3, but we're just getting started, folks. So we're going to keep it as bougie as I can keep it on a budget, okay? Again, cute little card. Drum roll for February. February is self-love and productivity. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Who doesn't want to color a milkshake? And look at the checklist. So cute. I'm not one to toot my own horn if you know me, but dang, guys, this was so much work. And it was so much fun, and I probably ignored all my friends way too long, so thank you for still being my friends, even though I never get to see you because I'm always just constantly working on this. But thank you. I appreciate you guys. So each month also has like this cute little, so you can color it and then you can cut it out. And then you have like, it's your bucket list for the month. And when you cut it out, you're not going to cut through any of these words and stuff. So I thought that was a super fun idea. Oh, there's another surprise. Hold on. My dog's going to bark because somebody's delivering something. Thank you. Thank you, FedEx. I appreciate you. I'll just wait because my dog's going to bark. But, so the paper in the planners are, I don't know if you can see it, but the paper is super, super thick because it's not going to bleed through when you use markers. Obviously, colored pencils won't bleed through. And I did that on purpose. So if you're a paper snob like me, then I'll forgive you this time. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are still my friends because, man, I've been a hermit. Oh, here's the other thing about the planners. Okay, first of all, we're still in February. So this is all about self-love, and it's all about forming habits because you need to form good habits so that you're not taking so much energy out of your bucket every day to just make a decision on what you have to do. You're going to make all the things you have to do habits so they take less energy. You can get them all done. You're going to track it in your daily sheets in your planners. So it's just kind of streamlined. It takes the the decision making out of it, and it makes it so that you're building these habits for good longevity of your goals. Because that's the whole point, right? You want your goals to continue to happen, and you want to keep taking steps. You don't want to get stuck and stop. And that's the biggest thing to do that is to make it easier on yourself. But first of all, look at this. You are cupcakes and sunshine. But what I was going to say, if you're still tracking along with my ADD, is that there's tracking or habit pages. So you can track all of your habits, habit trackers, I should say, with your mood tracker coloring page, your mood tracker, ladies, super importante for us. So we can be like, why wasn't I in, I'm not good in cuss, but why was I not in a good mood that day? You can, and this might trigger some people. If it does, tear it out of the book. Don't trigger yourself. But for me, thank you, baby. Thank you for bringing that in. Good job. He's a tough guy. But for me, I have to track certain things so I feel like I did stuff, right? Like I need to make sure that I feel good about stuff. So workout tracker, measurements if you want to do it. If it triggers you, tear it out and burn it. Don't do that to yourself if it makes you feel bad. I do it, I put it in here because it makes me feel good. Debt repayment plan. Who doesn't need that? I definitely do. And I won't go through all this again, but I do want to get the basics down. So there's a bunch of trackers in your planners every month to keep you on track, keep you, you know, having good goals that are continuing instead of stopping you. Because the worst thing you can do when you're trying to achieve anything is get stuck and just let yourself stay stuck. That's the worst thing. Okay, February's done, guys. We're cruising. We might even get out of here by like 5:30. I'm hoping. But I want to go back and forth a little bit with you guys. Again, these planners are going to be white. So it's going to be a white cover with the same design that you're seeing. I was kind of bummed when I saw that they were brown. But you know what? We're learning. I've never made books before. This is hard. And I had to, y'all, I don't even say y'all, but that's where we're going with this. I had to submit these files to the printer. Yes, it works for hormones too, Liz. So you could track all your hormones in there. But I had to submit these to the printers, like, I'm not even kidding, like 8 times, because they were like, this. There's just such little nuances that you don't know, and maybe someday I'll share that if you guys are interested, or if any of you guys are making books, please reach out to me so I can help you not make the same mistakes that I've made, just FYI. And there's calendars, yes, so you can book appointments in there. You'll see, when I do the full flip through video, I'm just trying to save time right now, but you'll see page for page what's in each planner, and I really think you're gonna be blown away. And it's really fun. Like, hold on, maybe it's this one? Okay, March, I'll show you in this one. Forward in Full Bloom. So this one's kind of like our 70s hippie era. It's all about reflecting on your first quarter, so January, February, March, and making sure that what you set out to do is getting done. If it's not working, why not? If it is, what is? And keep doing that, you know. Look at that. Look at how cute. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be coloring my tush off. What I wanted to show you in here, though, is... Okay, hold on. Look at that. And each one has a little verbiage at the bottom. So this one is Enjoy the Journey. That ties into the theme of what the planner is. You write a letter to yourself each month as if you're yourself from the end of the month. Of course, you can choose to do all these things or not. They're just there for you to try out and to do. Where is it? And of course, there's little hidden gems for like, there's like hidden hearts in February, and there's hidden clovers in March to celebrate the holidays. Oh, here we go. So each one has like a little bingo type thing. This one is 30 days to boost your luck. And just little things that you can mark off, little ideas to boost your luck. Obviously, February's is 30 days of self-care. There's ideas of how to take care of yourself. I mean, when you spend time going through here, it's so fun. And then these are your daily pages. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, So there's daily pages, and then there's, and obviously I'm going to go through, I think I've said it like 6 times, so sorry for repeating myself. I'll go through each page so you guys can see the actual structure of each planner, because there is like the bones of it, so you have your system that I talk about in the workbook in every planner, and that's part the daily, and then you have a journal prompt that's specific to each month and to what you should be focusing on. And some of them, I'll tell you, some of them are pretty, I don't want to say like spicy, because they're not spicy, but they're like, they hit you hard when you read it and you're like, okay, it's real talk with myself, which I like. So prepare for some of that. Obviously, you don't have to do every journal prompt. I do like journaling in the morning, so I put it in there for the people that do like journaling. If you just want to take notes on that page, take notes. If you want to, if that journal prompt doesn't resonate with you, then just cross it out and just use it as a notepad for that day. Whatever you got to do. These are yours to do with what you want to do with. And I'm super, super stoked. By the way, the beta testers, so Liz, Rebecca, Clara, and Heidi. I don't think Heidi's here yet, and I don't think Clara is. But they were the beta testers, and they tested March for me. So I got some really good feedback, and maybe at one point or another, thank you. Maybe at one point or another, I'll get them to like be on video with me and talk to you guys about it. But let me show you one more coloring page, because it's the cutest thing. Look at how cute that is. Doesn't it make you want to go ride a bike or color? Just me. Okay. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. My mouth, I don't think I talk this much. Maybe I do. I'm probably lying about that. I probably do. Yeah, the microbus, Mom. Does that one remind you of me? It should. Okay. So, now we're on to the workbook. Guys, it's so pretty. I cried. I didn't cry until I opened the workbook, and then I opened the workbook and I was like, is my internet doing okay? Are you guys still able to see me? I'll assume yes. Okay, so I didn't cry until I opened the workbook, and then I opened it and I was like, because that one was like, all of it's so much work, but that one was like color coordinated chapters, and it's actually like I wrote a book, you know, it's a workbook, but it also has like chapter pieces to it, just to help you figure out, help you figure out like how to reflect on your last year. How do you set appropriate goals? How do you break those goals down so you can make sure you can be accomplishing everything? What do you do when you're stuck? And also some other fun things that I'll go into, like self-care. Because if there's no you, then there's no point. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, so if there's no you, there's no point. So I put a lot of TLC into the workbook. So when I opened it, I was like shaking. I'll put up the video. You guys saw the preview, but I cut out the part where I was actually like reacting to it. I'll put that up since I'm revealing it now. And holy Toledo's, I might cry again. I hope not, because I'm not a pretty crier, but you know, we're gonna roll with the punches. Do you guys have any questions so far? It's pretty exciting. Okay, I know you guys are like, get on with it, show me the goods. Okay, here is the workbook, guys. I might cry again. I'm not gonna cry again. Dang it! Dang it! Maddox always makes fun of me. He's like, Mom, you just cry at everything these days. And it's true, I do, because everything matters to me apparently in my 40s, which is stupid and also lovely, and I hate it. And I just dropped my box. Hold on. Ugh, okay. But when you work so hard for something, it's like, it means the world. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to thank you, Rebecca. I know. Candace, you might just cry with me. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to the yearly reflection and goal setting workbook, which will be great Christmas presents because it's going to come before Christmas. It's going to be really great to start at any time during the year. Like your birthday is a really good time to reflect on your previous year, because then you kind of have that, like, oh, from my birthday last year to my birthday this year. I'll just let it speak for itself. Look at that. That's the copper foiling. Isn't that so pretty? And that's just the front, guys. My soul left my body for just a split second when I opened this. I was flabbergasted. It was a labor of love. Yes, and my dream is coming true. Guys, look at that. Okay, and then look at the back. But first, I'll show you the back, and then I'll show you what's going to be fixed. Here's the back. This little strip right here will not be there. It's going to be to the edge. So that's going to be to the edge. Look at that, though. And then you want to know the cutest thing? Okay, you guys I hope that you're all following my monthly momentum page, because that's where I'm going to be posting all this stuff. I just had to do live. Apparently you have to have like 100 followers over there to be able to do a live over there. So I hope people aren't lost. I mean, if you know somebody who should be here, then like, I don't know, send this to them or something, because even though we're almost done. But the cutest thing, okay, so you've seen my Facebook page, my monthly momentum Facebook page, my Instagram, all that. And the cutest thing is my, that's the whole reason why you guys are probably like, why did you have a hot air balloon? Because that's the whole reason. It's like my thing. My hot air balloon is my mascot and my, what is it called? Logo? That's what the word I was looking for. But look at this. Look at how cute. There's a little copper logo. So if that's sitting on your shelf, isn't that so cute? Guys. Okay, here we go. Thank you. It is very classy. Pinky's out. Hi, Andrea. Look at that. That's just the ends pages, which in book world is like the first inside of your book. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's on the back side too. Look at that. I'm just like, that's when I probably was like snotting everywhere when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, it's gorgeous. And then, hold on. Then we go in, so each chapter, I clearly don't read a children's book to children. Wait, which way? Okay, so each, this is obviously where you put your name and whatnot, but each chapter has its own color theme, and we'll do a full flip through another time too. And it's dedicated to you, the fabulous reader. Here's to your endless ambition, your refusal to settle for anything less than extraordinary. Ugh. All right. Stop it. Stealth. Stop. And your relentless pursuit of the life you deserve. Because, hold on. Because you really do deserve a life that you want to live, not just one that has fallen in your lap, right? Let's be intentional. And I want to help you be intentional. And that was the whole premise behind the book. Also, the book, I'm changing the subject so I don't keep crying, it's got thicker pages as well, so that your pen's not going to bleed through. It's going to be, you can write in it with a pen, you can write in it. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you. And then look at this. So this is just the introduction, but I wanted to show you some of, wait, did I show you the right page? Okay. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see, but the artwork in here is super beautiful. So when I do the launch on the 7th, it's gonna be, so whoever orders, the first 50 people who order, I should say, are gonna get like little postcards with some of the artwork. So I'm gonna set up a thing where I need you guys to vote on which artwork is the best in the workbook, so that those become the postcards that go out to the first 50. And then same thing with the workbook, or sorry, the planners. You guys will vote, and go from there. Here's just the thing. So it's like the reason for the hot air balloons too is because, oh, did I press something? The reason for the hot air balloons is because I wanted to take you guys on a journey. Like, I wanted you to lift off the ground, to be intentional of where you're heading. And so, like, each picture of the hot air balloons is different, and it paints this, like, well, if you know me, I love art. And so it kind of paints this, like, beautiful journey that you're going to be on as you're going through the workbook. And that's why I created it with the hot air balloon, and I kind of fell in love with, like, what I've created, what I've added the meaning of the hot air balloon, you know? So, and each chapter has its own quotes that go along with the chapter itself. So, let me show you a few more, just because it's, okay, it's just gorgeous. So you have the first chapter, which is like blues and silvers. You have like fun colors and whatnot. And then chapter 1's probably the longest chapter, just so you know, because you're reflecting on your last year. Each chapter has a full color page at the end with the little emblem, which are, those are what is gold on the ends pages. And then, here you go, self-assessment we go through, which is like really pretty greens. There's little quizzes in here that make it fun and interactive. Like you write in every chapter. So it's a full-blown workbook, and it's lay flat. So when you're writing, it's going to lay flat. And not every chapter is overwhelming. There's not like a ton of writing in each one. There's some because it is very efficient. It's very thorough. Look at how beautiful that is. And the quote for this one from Dr. Wayne Dyer, if you guys know him, he's one of my favorite authors. And this quote, it says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And this is the vision for the future section. So you go through and you figure out what it's like to imagine your ideal life. And so I walk you through some prompts to help you visualize your life. And then you go through some questions for each section. So health and wellness, relationships and family, career and professional, personal growth and development, finance and security, leisure and recreation, home and personal, community and social, and spiritual and personal belief. And if that sounded like a lot, that was literally on just 2 pages. So it's not going to take you very long. But those, I wanted to be thorough and kind of encompass everything that matters to you. Thank you. In your life. So I really wanted to, thank you. I really wanted to make it as encompassing as possible. And then in this section, you can go up to 5 years. I suggest that this, my intention behind this is that this will be your yearly kind of system that you do all year, or once, not all year round, once each year. And it should take you a couple weeks, maybe a month tops if you're really taking your time to go through this, but it shouldn't take you longer than that. And you could do it as fast as you want. I haven't timed it out myself, but I plan on doing that to see really how long it takes. You could probably do it in 1 week if you were intentional about it. Then you set your smart girls, we're all smart girls, right? Your SMART goals, meaning you take everything that you just envisioned and you break it down to make sure that it's something that you can actually do. Your brainstorming section. I'm so in love with this. Honestly, I feel like it's going to help a lot of people. I hope it helps you guys. And I know some of you guys aren't big on planning, and that's fine. I just ask that if you think this would be a book that will help you, that you are the person that gets it. Or if you know somebody who's a big planner, get it for them. That's all I ask. I don't need you to buy one if you aren't specifically going to use the book. I want it to go to people that are actually going to use it. So then, of course, productivity strategies. so that you're not feeling overwhelmed and you're not feeling like, you know, everything that you just planned out is impossible. I really want you to have the strategies that I ended up using a lot. Oh yeah, and look, there's like super fun little QR codes throughout the book. Some of them are just fun little songs that I wanted to play for you. Some of them are links to other resources and so on and so forth. Developing positive habits. So this will be your section where we really work on, and this is a shorter section, but really where we work on making things easier on yourself by making it a habit. And this one's gorgeous. Look at how pretty. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think it's so pretty. Guys, I'm super stoked. Thank you for being here with me. It means the world to me. And again, you have your morning and evening routine. So there's just fun little pages. No, Mom, I won't have one for you when you get here. The samples are really expensive because it's a one-off print. And so it's ridiculous. But when I print them, yes, I'll have one for you, and it'll be in October that they're delivered. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is enhancing personal well-being. Again, not a super long chapter, but it goes through and you have a quiz on how you feel like you're doing, and this is, you just be honest throughout it. And it's a mental and emotional health assessment. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so it's just, you know, very light. But then it gives you some good tips on where you're at, because you'll add it all up, and then it tells you if you fall into this range. Here's some suggestions, which is super cool. And it's very beautiful chapter. And then we have reviewing and adjusting your goals, which again is where what you'll do in March. And you'll do that for at the end of each quarter. You'll do a quarterly review. And it's super important for productivity. Like any productivity person will tell you, you have to be reviewing what you've done to see what's working and what's not working. And then you adjust and you go from there. This is all about how to do that. So reviewing and adjusting your goals, how to do it, why it's important. I don't need to go into all of it, but how, and again, the whole system I talk about in here is in your planners. So it's super easy to go from the workbook to the planner and be ready and raring. And then of course, conclusion. So, and then I have some extra resources back there for you. I have some fun quotes, the appendices. I showed you all the artwork in here because I was just too excited. But you'll be able to see it yourself when you order one. And again, those, I just think, come on. Willy Wonka's golden ticket. What are we doing here? What, pinky's out. Get it out there. Get your pinky out there. And this is the whole size of it. So it's not overwhelming. It's not going to take you 5 years to do it. It's super thorough. I wanted it to be thorough. There's some personal stories in there that I get a little bit vulnerable and whatnot. Mom, if you're gonna order one, then you better start planning something. So it's something good. But yeah, thank you for being here. I don't want to take up much more of your time because you guys have been with me for a half an hour now. I think a lot of people got lost on my other one, which is a bummer, but I'll share this over there so they can get a sneak peek too. Thank you, Mom. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being along with me for the whole ride. I know I'm so glad I finally got to show you what I was talking about, because I was like, it was killing me. It was killing me to not show you. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much, and I just can't thank you enough. Oh, wait, I have a quiz before you go. I did a poll, and I need to know. Here we go. Activate poll. Okay, let me know if you see that pop up. Would you rather have, can you see it? Would you rather have a hardcover or a soft cover? Thank you. Do you guys see the poll? Did that pop up for you? Oh, Oh yeah, it did. Yay. Maybe I should put my... Did it work? Hold on. I'm going to try and up my internet so it works a little bit faster. Let's see if this works. Not working any